Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Walking Angel Ariel's weekly wisdom for the upcoming week of April 24th through to April 30th. Can you believe that we're coming up to the end of April already this year? My name is Claire Candy Huff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walking experience on January 11th of 2003. I'd like to welcome back all my loyal subscribers. It's lovely to be in your energies once more. And for those who have found the Claire Candy Huff YouTube channel for the very first time, let me share a little bit about myself through my full-time business, Angel Healing House, which I created in 2003. I'm a Reiki master teacher. I've taught hundreds and hundreds of Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the world, either in my beautiful office here in Santa Monica, California, or online. I am also a clairvoyant, a channel, a psychic tarot card reader. I give intuitive counseling and also very in-depth channeled messages in those angel readings. I also do past life healings, ancestral clearings, and I also have sessions in which people can connect energetically with their twin flames, whether they're on the earth plane or across the veil. I'm also the author of several #1 Amazon International best-selling books. To find out more about my services and also those award-winning books, please do go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, or you can phone 831-277-3716, and do remember that is Pacific Standard Time. Now, I'd like to send a big thank you to all those who have made donations to my PayPal account and for my free weekly content. And if you would like to donate, I've left the link to my PayPal account in the description box down below. So let's start, as we do every week, by looking into the astrological, the celestial heavens, to see what energies are affecting all of us. And let me just say, what an impactful week we just went through. I was asked on my radio program, my Angel Healing House blog talk radio program, which airs every week on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, now in its 11th year. I was asked what I personally felt because of last week's Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces, which hasn't happened in 166 years. And that was, it happened on April the 12th. I actually felt like there was this almighty lifting, like the hand of God intervened to clean up the planet and energetically lifted humanity up another notch. Now, because of this huge influx of energies, I had several clients share that they not only felt lighter, but that they noticed a change in their physical appearance. They looked considerably younger as they integrated greater amounts of light, and their cells started to reverse the aging process. And because Jupiter is a non-judgmental planet, and it only expands what is already within us, this massive influx of light not only lifted the energies of those who were clear, but it also had others experiencing their shadows being brought to the surface to no longer be ignored. Now, in this way, these shadows or things that needed to be healed can be finally dealt with and receive closure through forgiveness, taking responsibility for them in the first place, and unconditional love. A few days ago, on April the 19th, we shifted into Taurus season, and a big happy birthday to all those bulls out there. To add to the buildup of these massive light energies, from April 16th through April 25th, we're experiencing a Lyran meteor shower, Lyran, if you'd like to look it up, which brought a massive Lyran Stargate portal that opened yesterday on 4/22/2022. which coincidentally or synchronistically was also the celebration of Earth Day. And while in the past Earth Day was meant to be a collective effort to clean the planet up by picking up trash, the conscious collective has been enlightened and awakened to such a point to see stark revelations and disclosures of the trash of deception and corruption that has been controlling the planet for hundreds of years. Now, the posse of angels, my angelic family, and I are asking you, how is your body feeling after that Lyran portal yesterday? You can put it in the comments down below. Both my husband and I felt like squashed cabbages. The energies were so potent that we really felt squashed by them, along with the usual ascension symptoms of feeling absolutely so exhausted and energetically spent. Some people are feeling foggy as our bodies are trying to adjust to these higher frequency energies. Now, in May, things are going to continue to get, in their words, very galactic as we step more and more into the activation of our light bodies or multidimensional selves, and we can actually travel between worlds. Many of us can do this. In fact, many of us are now traveling between dimensions in our sleep state. This is why our dreams are so active and why they seem so real, because they are. Now, one of the greatest things that we can do to help this ascension process as we transform into our galactic, higher, multidimensional selves is not to resist this process. Things are changing so rapidly, and this massive influx of energies is changing the very trajectory of planet Earth as new timelines are now being brought in. The posse of angels is showing me a layout of a railroad set. It's high, set on a table, and up until now, the massive amounts of light bringing revelations of the dark out of the shadows has taken the conscious collective very far to be awakened and to finally be enlightened. But now as we go into May, the massive buildup of light is flipping the direction of where that train of humanity is headed. And the ascension of Earth was heading to now take it into a whole new timeline, higher dimension. It's like the engine and the track was set like that, but these massive energies have switched us to go down a whole new timeline now. And it's because of the massive amount of people that have awakened on the planet. Now, the posse of angels is hearing some of you saying, "But I'm not ready for this." And they say that this new direction is coming regardless of whether you're ready or not. But there are certain things that we all can do to make this shift into our galactic light bodies much, much easier. Now, first of all, the posse of angels and I have spoken about changing our diets from eating poisons of processed food filled with toxins of artificial coloring, flavoring, additives, chemicals, and preservatives, switching our bodies, our diets in order not to have any of that anymore, as our higher frequency light bodies can no longer tolerate these poisons. Their byproducts create cancers within the body and are not able to be digested by a higher frequency light body. By choosing only whole, organic, and choosing a clean diet, one can more easily maintain a healthy weight as well. And those who wish to reach the new earth of light will make these choices not begrudgingly, but they'll make them happily in order to be able to experience this new era of light. It doesn't matter how spiritual you are. It doesn't matter how much knowledge you have. Everything depends on your vibration and the amount of light that you hold. So one of the things, first and foremost, is changing your diet and changing it to a clean, organic one. Now, secondly, we all grew up with a dark agenda turning us against and creating fear around meeting and being introduced to our galactic family, our galactic origins. And this programming runs very, very deep to keep us afraid. By opening ourselves to the possibilities of and the opportunities that will come with this introduction should inspire great excitement within all of us. By meeting our benevolent, helpful, and respectful galactic families, what we will get out of that is free energy. No more will we have to pollute our planet with fossil fuels. We will get free access to med beds, eradicating dis-ease and reversing the age process. There are many companies and corporations that have known about med beds but have kept them sequestered away so that we could remain sick and taking medicines and keep staying on that wheel of being sick. There will be the introduction of technologies and techniques and ways to easily clean up the oceans, the air, and to bring back the land to be unpolluted once again. If that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will. And just like most of humanity has wished to live in peaceful, respectful, living lives of equality in unity with one another, the majority of galactics are also benevolent, kind, and respectful, and wish to live in harmony with Earth's inhabitants. But with the Earth's energies being so low and dark and programmed against them, it has taken a very long time for humanity to enlighten to the truth and to become higher in consciousness to now be able to meet our galactic families. Thirdly, one of the greatest things that we can now do is to let go of all that was and all that is maybe familiar or known to you in order to experience a brand new reality in a brand new higher dimensional body with everything new in this higher dimension. And might I ask, for many, the unknown is terrifying. Even though the known may be familiar in our lives and may be causing us disease, distress, heartache, illness, and drama, the posse of angels is sharing that the programming that humanity has been subjected to over hundreds of years is very strong and will have some people choosing to compromise, to continue the cycle of disease, fear, and chaos, because this is what they know, rather than opening up to step into a new timeline where none of these exist. And lastly, it all comes down to our attitude, this brand new galactic being of ours as our bodies change into light bodies and all that we've known is falling away. The more we put our focus and attention on being the first ones ever to ascend, still remaining in our physical forms, and being the first ones to step into a whole new era of light. Not only will it be easier to traverse our next steps, but our excitement, it's our enthusiasm and wonderment will allow for any resisting energies to simply fall away. And when I went to the oracle cards and the tarot, the first thing I went to get those messages was the Fairies Oracle by lovely Brian Froud. If you don't know about Brian Froud's work, his puppets are legendary. They were featured in the David Bowie, Jennifer Connelly movie Labyrinth, and they're just absolutely magical. So the first card of that fairy deck came out, which is the Singer of Chalice. And it's a 12 card, which is a 3. 3 is the number of creation. Look at the light. And what have I been speaking about? This is our light bodies. I mean, it is reversing. It is reversing the aging process. If there's one thing that, as Angel Ariel, I noticed when I walked into Claire Candy's body, is that all those wrinkles, all those dark liver spots, everything that was drooping started to lift. And it was because the amount of light that I was holding. And people can scarcely believe that I am 66, and I keep on getting younger. And it's because of the light that is inside. So this singer of chalice, I always like to equate the chalice with the holy grail of life, because this is where all life begins and gracefully flows from, with the words trust and joy and creativity and hope and miracles describing this card. Its appearance heralds a time when we will be feeling all these good feelings rolled up into one. Open is open, and it all depends on your attitude as to how we are changing, how the world is changing. And boy, will these upcoming eclipses at the end of April, April 30th, and then the next eclipse after that is May 15th, will blow our worlds apart for more of us to step into the realm of miracles, as there are only limitless possibilities in the higher dimensions. There are no restrictions. There is no compromise. And there certainly is no settling for less. This is such a wonderful omen as to what is on the horizon, that light, and is also highlighted actually in the next oracle card that I drew. The next oracle card comes from this deck, Oracle of Mystical Moments. And I say this every week, but the illustrations in this deck are delicious. From the Oracle of Mystical Moments comes the Journey card. And what are we speaking about? Stepping in to that new era of light. It's a number 19 card, or a number 1, which is all about new beginnings. And the words on the card are curiosity, appreciation, and love of adventure. The posse of angels wish us to know with all their hearts that what will miraculously show up for many of us will be the rewards for all our hard work and diligence when it comes to serving the divine within and also serving the light. With this, they realize that many of us just can't wait. We can't wait to live our new lives along with those new relationships, with new businesses, new jobs, new careers, living in new homes, new locations. Many of us will be moving. But this young girl riding the deer is very telling, because it does remind each and every one of us to be gentle, to be curious, to not push things in order for them to happen all at once, but to, again, allow life to unfold magically. The posse of angels is sharing that on this new journey of discovery, please remain open to meet new acquaintances. Stay in the present moment so that we will not miss out on all those wondrous blessings that will be revealed to us. Come to your journey as a child, as in wonderment and enchantment, excited about where it will take you. You know, many of us do not know what that looks like yet, but we will be called upon. Don't worry. The posse of angels are saying to me, don't worry. You will not be forgotten. You will be called upon to be of service in such a beautiful way. You will love it, and your gifts and your talents and your abilities will be remunerated, and you'll be working with and collaborating with wonderful people in wonderful locations that tick off the fulfillment of your dreams. And remember, Spirit knows you better than you know yourself. So the next card that we went to came from this one, Whispers of Lord Ganesha. Beautiful oracle deck. And with the appearance of this card, the number 8 card, it says promise of the future. Now, once again, look at the light. Look at the light in this card. And it's something new that is on the horizon to open up a new phase of our life. April's energies from that new moon, from that Liber moon on the 16th, that Lyran meteor shower from the 16th to the 25th, the Lyran, the humongous, massive Lyran portal that opened up yesterday, and I didn't even mention the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces, which was enormous. All of that is getting us ready for eclipse season and the amazing events that are going to happen, light events that are going to happen for us in May. This new opening will entail a new form of creative expression, a new way for many of us to serve. Many of us will be receiving the gift of freedom. Freedom to now choose what we wish to pursue in our lives. Just like the infinity symbol, this card indicates an ending of a cycle in order for a new one to begin, which will bring a promise of a new dawn. And it's time to get very excited about this. The first ones ever to ascend within the physical human form. I don't know about you, but that really does excite me. Let's go to my cards. The Angel Healing House Tarot deck. Not yet available for purchase, but hopefully they will be soon. And let's see what comes out. Yes, as I mentioned before, my husband and I woke up very squashed from that Lyran portal yesterday. Didn't take us long to recover, but we noticed across our backs that there was like an ache across there. It was almost as if it was encouraging our wings to form and come out. That's what it felt like to me. And being an incarnate angel here, Angel Ariel in Claire Candy's body, that excited me. So let's go to our cards. I hope you are well where you are. We're experiencing some beautiful spring weather here in Santa Monica, California. Heard from somebody the other day that it was actually sleeting where they were. It was supposed to be springtime, but a lot of times spring's energies can be up and down before they settle in. But it was sure nice when I went for my walk and I saw all those beautiful, absolutely beautiful spring flowers coming out and saying, "Hello, how are you?" It's wonderful. The cards that were coming out for us are, the first card is the Magician. Now, this card traditionally says we have all that we now need to create what we need in our realities. The greatest thing that we can do, and I mentioned this on my Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio show on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, is to take responsibility for our energies and for what turns up in our reality. And if we don't like what turns up in our reality, go over your thoughts, go over your words, go over your emotions, go over what you're focusing on. And if it's not representative, if it's of lower dimensional frequency, if it's a fear, chaos, drama, or irritation, or whatever it is about being triggered, and you don't like your reality, change your thoughts, change your words, and certainly change your emotions. If you are still not unsure of what it is and the way you're supposed to be serving, go back to, what do I love doing? What would I love creating? And do that. Believe me, if you're supposed to be doing something, when it's the divine timing, which is all that the Magician is about, he knows that he's alchemically working with spirit in order for something to divinely appear and manifest on the earth plane. So what we do in the meantime is we create those things that make our hearts sing and that we absolutely adore. That's the energy of abundance, and then we draw more abundance to ourselves. So that's the lovely magician coming in. Also, it's a number 1. It's a fresh starts and new beginnings. The next card coming out for us is the Temperance card. This is the card saying that, once again, this is a card of alchemy. You can see in my deck that she's mixing from one cup to the other, meaning she has in her cup her intentions, her wishes, and her desires, but she knows that in order for them to manifest in the highest way possible, she is co-creating with spirit. And when she does this, there's a flow in her life. Look at that beautiful waterfall and the rainbow is her wishes coming true. There we go. Love that card. The next card that's coming out for us is the Page of Pentacles. Now, this is the card of messages about money coming in, messages about finances, messages about material goods, of things of abundance, prosperity, riches, wealth, could be material things coming in for us. So it's the Page of Pentacles is also one of those cards. When it does come in, it does herald something really fine for us. So, there's money for our projects, money for a redesign of our homes, or redecorating, or for redecorating ourselves, getting our wardrobes up, all of those things. But there's a feeling, they're saying, and there's the light. You see the light there in the card, that light coming in, this feeling of abundance, this feeling of being so blessed to be those first inhabitants of Earth, to be able to ascend, to be part of our galactic family. Next card that's coming out for us tells us that it's fated. It's destined. This was prophesied to happen over eons of time, and the prophecy is coming to light now. This card is a 10 card. It's a card of 1, of new beginnings. It's very much a karmic destined reality that we're going to be stepping into. And it's going to be bringing us amazing ways in which to serve and connect and collaborate with our soul families. Another one, another one is the Ace of Wands. I just spoke about a new path for us, a new dharmic path, and the highest way for our souls to serve. And the transforming. Look at the light in that card as well. The light and the transforming of the butterfly. Beautiful. New buds are springing forth in all ways, shapes, and forms. It's time to get excited. Really excited about that. Next card, the 8 of Pentacles. Now, the 8 of Pentacles is, I call it the being remarkable card. People starting to notice you. They're starting to notice that you're an authority in your field, or you do something really well, and they want to support, and they want you to be part of their projects, and they want to collaborate with you. And yes, it means being more busier and doing what you love doing and being rewarded, perhaps promoted and recognized because of this. And okay, they want us to look at the bottom of the deck. Oop, all those cards came out. And the bottom of the deck is the Star card. Once again, the light shining so bright on the planet. This is about wishes coming true. This also could be, the Star card is returning health. Maybe that's an indication of med beds being available to eradicate disease and not keep us in a cycle of sickness. But it is certainly about wishes coming true and more light being shown on the planet. So absolutely wonderful. As we do here every week on Walk-In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, let me go to my postcards from Spirit. And this is Colette Barron Reed's beautiful postcards. Oh, on the postcard it says, "You are love." And it reads, "Dearest you, even though life seems now to be moving full steam ahead, it's a time to rest. Allow ideas to flow through you and take root in your heart before they reach your mind. Honor this process by becoming empty. Surrender to allow for inspiration and the magic of dreaming." You know, one of the things that we can do is imagine our lives in a world in the higher dimensions where we are honored and respected for our gifts and talents. And we easily step into those roles because that's why God seeded those abilities, gifts, and talents into our souls in order to serve ourselves, serve the divine, and then to serve others on the planet. Imagine collaborating and connecting with people who are of like mind in beautiful surroundings, and being financially remunerated and having all that you could possibly want and getting such fruition from your work. I don't know about you, but I would make time for dreaming about that. You might feel lazy at this time because you haven't been shown yet what your next dharmic path of service is going to be, or you might feel unproductive. But we, Spirit, knows better. Just as sleep is a way to recharge before renewal, so are you in a time of dreaming. In this powerful process of co-creation, your soul merges with Spirit in a profound way, so you can receive your music directly from Source and play your part in the symphony of life. And when we are given our part in that symphony, it's not meant for anybody else. We're not in competition with anybody else. We have our particular signature of music to play in this great symphony of life. And each one of us is being invited to bear witness to the great creation and tune into what others cannot hear. We have so many dreams to share with you in the sacred and the invisible. Please don't worry, says Spirit. We will wake you when it's time to return with a new dream or time for you to serve. There's no need to set your alarm clock. Loving you always. And there are so many of us that we feel like we're in limbo as we're waiting, but we're not waiting. We're integrating these higher energies in order for us and our light bodies to be activated so that we can be an integral puzzle piece of the planet as we go into this, as we go into May and this eclipse season. And we wouldn't want to step into those positions if we and our light wasn't of the optimal, elevated, high frequency in order to do our next bit of service on this new planet of light. Let's go to the Making Magic cards, as we do every week, to have three messages left from Spirit to see how we will end this. Have a wonderful last week of April. Many people are getting out and about, certainly here in the Northern Hemisphere with the weather improving so much. And it's just wonderful. That new energy that came in on April 12th. I don't know about you, but for me, the lifting that it had for me and for many of my clients. They said it just felt like, almost like there was a, not a shroud, but that a veil had been lifted off. Colors seemed to be brighter, you know, our moods seemed to be more lifted. Come on, Spirit. Come on, Posse of Angels. Just 3 cards or else I'll choose them. Do you want me to choose them? Okay. There are no jumpers today, so I'll just go like this and see what comes out. Dragonfly. You bring light to the world. What have I been speaking about all this time? Light, light, light. The new era of light. Our light bodies, light. Eat light. Eat living foods. Think bright, loving, light thoughts. Feeling blessed, feeling grateful, feeling appreciative. These are all light-filled. The light of forgiveness, the light of compassion, the light of unconditional love. Feel the light. Thank you. The next card. The element of fire heralds new life, renewed passion, and positive transformation. Oh my gosh, these eclipses are going to be extraordinary. These eclipses are going to be extraordinary on the 30th, and also then 2 weeks later on May 15th. And the next card for us is Fairy Magic. Respectfully work with the fairies and the elementals to achieve your goals. Now, if there's one thing that I know about my connection and my work to the fairies, is that the fairies are adventurous. They are curious to discover more about life. And the card that came out in our mystical, magical moments was the card of the girl riding the deer, and she has disappeared. She's just magically up and gone. Where did she go? She's not there. She's not. Oh, there she is. Okay. The words for this card were adventure and discovery and curiosity. Allow for the wonderment of the child inside of you to wiggle and giggle and think to yourselves, oh my gosh, I am so excited to enter this new era of light. And on that, we're going to finish today. I hope all of that has been extremely helpful for you. If you do need some help in connecting more to the light inside of you, please phone me, Angel Ariel, Claire Candy Hoff, at angelhealinghouse.com is my website, or you can phone 831-277-3716, and when you go to my website, you can see all my pricing there and the services that are available, as well as my award-winning books. Everyone, go out and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I'm wishing you love and, as always, angel blessings. I would love for you to call into my Angel Healing House Blog Talk radio show this coming Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, as we do every week. The Posse of Angels, my angelic family, and I bring forth channeled messages for the first 20-25 minutes, and then I take calls from all over the globe for free mini angel readings. So I'd love to speak with you. But take care, everyone. Love and angel blessings. Bye.